Real quick, I've been doing my series on entrepreneurship, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm answering questions, making sure you get all your ideas, thoughts, whatever it is that you have about being an author. Feel free to put it into the comments. If you're watching a replay, I'll come back and check the comments and all that good stuff. And happy President's Day, President Obama Day. Make sure I put that in there. Not the current one, but the previous one. But anywho, so in my series, I started off with who should be an author, and just a quick review in that video. Anyone can be an author, okay? It doesn't take any kind of special degree or level of education. Anybody can be an author. You can tell a story, you can write a how-to, you can inform someone about whatever it is you want to inform them about. You can teach them how to, build a model airplane, whatever it is, or just be creative. Sometimes people just want to write poetry or what have you. It's all good. You can put it in a book, put it up on Amazon, and boom, you're an author. As soon as somebody buy it, hey, you're an entrepreneur as well. So that's why I like to say kind of authorpreneurship thing, because if you are selling your book, you're an entrepreneur as well, okay? So that was the who factor. And then I believe last week I did the what. So what does it take to be an author? And, people have this misconception like, oh, it takes, years and years and years and, all this stuff. But it's really about making choices and sticking to it, okay? And I talked about the 5 C's last time. The number one thing is you got to make that choice. You got to say, hey, I'm going to do this. This is going to happen for me in 2020 or 2020, whenever you decide. But you got to make that choice to say, I'm going to do it right now, okay? So as I was saying, when should you become an author? Right now, okay? There is no better time, okay? We know with the climate and how everything is, tomorrow is not promised. What's the saying? Don't put off what you can do, today, It's like, don't put it off. Go for it. Dive in. Do a deep dive, okay? And get yourself out there. I also talked about making a commitment. You got to make a commitment to it. Set a deadline. If you don't set a deadline, it's just going to keep going and going and going. You got to set a deadline. Even if, you go over a little bit for that deadline, but your goal has to be meeting that deadline. It's just like work or anything else, or testing or whatever we do. You have a deadline and you work towards meeting that deadline, okay? That's just how it is. Making connection was the other part I talked about. You need to be with like-minded people who are aspiring to do the same things that you're trying to do or who already been there, okay? Take a course, get a coach, get an accountability partner. All that stuff will help you get to your goal, whatever it might be. And of course, you got to care about it, okay? You got to care about what you're doing. It can't be, last on the list of all the things that you have. I believe that post that I made this morning, I'm like, okay, I got a day off, I'm going to start working, moving ahead with this next book that I've been trying to get out since I think I started that one around Christmas or something. So, I put a light deadline on that one. So spring break is like my light deadline for that one. I need to make a hard deadline, but I know I'm trying to do, put all these juggling balls in the air of that's just who I am, what I do. So I'm trying to make that course, live in LA and be in person so I can walk everybody through the process right in front of them, right then and there, because for me, it's not about me being some great author. I write books for fun, plain and simple. I do it for fun. It's a creative outlet. I enjoy the accomplishment of completing something and then seeing, somebody buy it. I just like that process of it. So, and I actually really love, seeing someone else get to that process as well. So that was my whole reason for starting a boot camp workshop in LA, because I know how important it is to get that one-on-one attention with somebody. So I want to make sure that I can provide that, kind of give back to my, coworkers, fellow, aspiring authors, those kind of things. So I want people to get their stuff done. I want there to be hundreds and thousands of authors out there who are teachers and African American and Latino. I want us to be represented on all levels. So if I can help someone get there, I'm all for it. So that's in the works. I'm working on it. So tonight is about the when. See my theme, the who, the what. Tonight is the when. Okay? So right now, okay, there's no better time. Start researching, start jotting things down, start outlining things, start looking on Amazon, start walking around, the bookstores. Well, there's not that many bookstores, but the one bookstore that we all know and love, start walking around and then getting ideas and seeing book covers and reviews and things like that. Those are things that you can do that, that doesn't take a lot of time. If you know you're going to be shopping, in the area where that bookstore is or where Target is or wherever you go to do your shopping, go to the book section and start looking at that kind of stuff to get some feedback on maybe what kind of format you want to have, what pictures they have in their book, and how are they organizing it, those types of things. Because this is the time to do it, okay? When? Right now, okay? You have to think about who you're writing for. There's always, in the back of your mind, who it is you're writing for, whether it be a how-to or a step-by-step or, just telling a story. So you got to keep those things in mind. Let's say if you are just so stone cold against writing your book or whatever, get a ghostwriter, okay? So, but only you are going to be the one to get it pushed into reality. Let's be, real. Let's face it. It's all about you. There's nobody else who's going to be like, yeah, Kathy, go get up, get your book out, get your laptop out, start tapping stuff out, start doing it. Nobody's going to do that for you. It's all up to you, okay? So you got to be the one. Whether you get somebody to write it for you or make it for you or whatever, you still got to get out there and do the due diligence. We call it due diligence in the business world. You got to do it. It's on you, okay? And won't you be mad if somebody else does it before you, okay? We all, have a little bit of hater in us, your coworker, the other teacher down the hall, they finally got their kid's book, published, and they inviting you to their book signing. Won't you be mad because you didn't get started when you said you were going to get started? And you just keep on seeing other people, oh yeah, I got a book, I see it pop up on Facebook and Instagram all the time. People are figuring out that it's not hard like you think it is. And no matter how many times I keep saying it, you really don't know until you either take a class or go to a workshop or have some conversations with me so that you know how easy it is. It's just a matter of making it a priority to get it done. When? Now, okay? Set that hard deadline and start getting it done now, okay? Use that coworker or friend who just, published their book as your motivation to finish your book. So it don't matter if y'all talking about the same subject or what have you. It don't matter, okay? Your book is going to be completely different from theirs because it's your book, your ideas. You're going to put your spin on it, your flavor. There's room for everybody, okay? Y'all know how many times before I press the publish button on Amazon, I'm like, nobody gonna buy this book, it's just one of 1,000-something books on this subject. And then lo and behold, by the weekend, somebody's bought the book in China or I get people from the UK, buying my book sometimes. I'm just like, it's just, you just don't know who needs what and what they're looking for. So they might be looking for your book. You don't know until you put it out there. I put a post out, this might have been a couple of weeks ago, about getting over fear. And it was like the 5 steps of getting over fear. One was acting on it while you're in the fear, okay? I have a prime example of that. Some of you may know who've watched me before. I bought property in June last year. That was an impulse buy. That was a scary buy, okay? I've never owned rental property before. I've never been a landlord before. That was a act on it, impulse, scary buy, okay? The same thing with applying for a new job. It's the same thing with, you know, jumping into a relationship or being open to, you know, a relationship. It's the same thing. And once you get in it, then you're like, oh, okay, why was I tripping? Why was I, you know, having anxiety over this? All I had to do was act on it. And then you got to trust, you know, whatever you believe, you know, trust that God got you or what have you. You got to get through that trust part, whether it fails, whether it's a relationship or you go belly up or whatever with a business, you got to trust that you're still going to be all right, okay? It's going to be all right, as the song goes. You know, that's just how it is. If you have that trust and faith, you know it's going to be all right. Things going to even out. Things going to work out. That's just how it is. Then you have to imagine, okay? Imagine your book on the shelf. Imagine when you go to Amazon and your book comes up as the top, you know, 100, you know, books that just got published. They do that a lot. Whenever you as soon as you publish your book, it might go up on the list real high, and they will highlight it. Be like, oh, okay, here's a new book that it is in the top 100, it's in the top 50 or top 10, whatever. That's just, they have, you know, a little system, you know, that's how it goes. So you have to imagine your own book signing. All your friends and family coming to see you. Hey, you inspire me. They're going to be coming to you like, hey, how'd you do it? Okay? And then you have to realize that it's just part of life. You know, you got your ups, you got your downs, you got your goals, you got your dreams. Some of your dreams and goals, you've done it before. Everybody has done it before. You just probably forgot, okay? You forgot that you have already mastered a dream or a goal before and you made it through, okay? It's the same thing when you start a business or become an author or whatever, you know, career, new career, whatever it is. You just have to realize you're just getting over that hump. And it's like the gold is on the other side, okay? You just have to do it. As the commercial said, just do it. And then you'll see that, oh, okay, I can do this again and again and again. Hence why I'm working on my 7th book. I did it once. That was the hardest part. Once I realized, oh, gee, I can knock this out in a heartbeat. It's not a big deal for me to write a book and publish it in a weekend because I've done it so many times. I know how easy it is. It's just about making priority, getting the stuff on paper, you know, or on laptop or whatever it is, and uploading the PDF, okay? So I want to keep it short and sweet. Like I said, I don't want to miss my movie, but I just wanted to make sure I pop on and give you the 3rd installment of the author series that we've been talking about. If you have questions, put it in the comments. If you are watching this on Instagram, then the link is in the bio if you would like to talk to me one-on-one. bit.ly chat with Kat. It's a 30-minute free consultation. I also have my online version of Learn to Create, Self-Publish, and Sell your books on Amazon. That's an online course. It's on my it's on my Teachable Side Hustle College .teachable.com, and that's also in my bio if you're watching on Instagram, and it's also on my Facebook page if you are watching on Facebook. All right. So I hope I have been informative. The next one, we did the who, the what, the when. Next one will be the why. Okay, so that will be our next video. All right, you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.